Oh, thank you so much for having me here today. Can we just give it up one more time for that video? Because that got me real emotional. I am so happy to be here presenting my friend and sister in arms, Gina Rodriguez. Yes. You know, I've always believed that life is made up of small gestures that add up to big movements. And one of my goals of Girl Love, the initiative I started, was to fight girl-on-girl hate by inspiring young women to stand up and support each other. I believe that's very important in this day and age. So it's very important for me to be here today, and it's appropriate for me to be here today, as Gina is truly one of the most supportive people I know. Oh, yeah, clap, you're right, you're correct. Clap. I'm like a proud mother up here. I want to tell you a story that says a lot about Gina. You know, I had asked her to do a comedy sketch for my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lilly Singh, what up, plug? And when I do this, most of my collaborators keep checking their watches during the shoot, and they leave as soon as they can, and I get it. It's the nature of being busy. I'm not mad. But Gina was different. She made it a point to stay through the entire shoot until the end, until I got all the coverage I needed. And her team couldn't have been more supportive, just an absolute gem to work with. And if she can show that kind of compassion to my YouTube channel, something she has zero investment in, imagine the impact she can have on the world. And Gina, moment by moment, gesture by gesture, is changing the world. You ready for this resume? Let me break this down for you, okay? She's on the board of the Hispanic Scholarship Fund. Yep. She is a huge part of the National Anti-Bullying Campaign. Gina and her I Can and I Will productions are now developing 2 television projects, Raphael the Great and Have Mercy, highlighting the human cost of the ongoing immigration controversy. These shows will bring an in-depth look at what's happening in the wake of the president's decision to end DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and the cost it's had on families and the country as a whole. It's a bold, powerful step towards public education, and the ACLU of Southern California recognizes its importance. AKA, my homegirl is the bomb, okay? Let me just tell you, all statistics, acronyms, and other fancy-sounding things aside, let me just tell you what's up right now. Gina is smart, talented, genuine, beautiful. Gina's energy should be sold in bottles like perfume. Straight up. Since meeting Gina, my skin has cleared, okay? My hair is healthier. I have better digestion. My grammar has improved, okay? My heart is full. I'm a better human being for knowing Gina Rodriguez. I love her so much. And I couldn't be more proud to present the 2017 Bill of Rights Award to my absolute hero, Gina Rodriguez.
Wow. Woo! Oh, man. Thank you, Lilly. You incredible woman. First, some thank yous. I want to thank my parents for teaching me to be a voice for the voiceless. To my grandmother, who is the OG activist. Yes. Jenny Ehrman, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have this platform. I love you, Jenny. My hustle is only as strong as my crew. Mike Ditka for leading the 85 Bears to a Super Bowl victory. Yes. Woo! Chicago got both that victory and me, so you're welcome. And of course, the ACLU for this award. Over the last few years, people have been looking to me to speak about issues that I don't feel qualified to speak on, and to represent people I don't feel qualified to represent. Last week, I was in New York City at a Dominican restaurant on the Lower East Side, and this young Latina girl came up to me, and she said, "You are my inspiration." Oh my God, that's terrifying. Oh my God. She said that, and I was like, what? Why? Immediately, I got scared that I will let her down someday. And I thought to myself, if only she knew. If only she knew that I'm just like a Puerto Rican girl who never felt Latina enough to be accepted by the girls in my neighborhood and was never white enough to be accepted by the girls at my private high school. A girl who had the wild belief that one day she would be accepted in Hollywood. Right. Woo. And all I could say to her in response was, I'm trying. I'm just trying. In 2014, Jenny Erman entrusted me with the character Jane Villanueva on Jane the Virgin. Right? Oh, man. For me, Jane was all my acting dreams come true. The show was smart and funny, and it offered unique and exciting roles that Latinos are so rarely allowed to play in Hollywood. Jane also somehow made me a voice for the entire Latino community. One of the very few amount of voices. And the term Latino includes over 20 different ethnicities and over 50 million American residents. So how am I supposed to do that? How can I be a voice for all those people? The Atlantic Theater Company did not prepare me for that. I've always known discrimination. I have. But the actions of our current administration has magnified the truth that so many in this country view all non-white Americans as second-class citizens. As a Puerto Rican, I am taught to identify with Spanish, American, and Taino Indian heritage. But recently, I found out that I'm also French, Dutch, Italian, and Jewish. Yeah, Ancestry.com. So how do I identify with all those ethnicities? The only country I've ever known is America. The only culture I've ever known is to be American. There is nowhere that I truly feel like I belong, and there are millions of others like me. In preparing to receive this award, I finally realized that no one was expecting me to know how to speak on every issue or to be an expert on culture and ethnicity. These trophies from important organizations like ACLU and the powerful words that this incredible woman can bestow on me, they aren't gifts that I deserve or meant as flattery for my ego. They're a responsibility. A responsibility, thank you. No pressure, right? Thanks. A responsibility to those who see their own pain and struggles reflected in me because I look like their friend or their sister or because I look like them. A responsibility to those who don't feel accepted in their own neighborhoods, in their own high schools, and in their own country. A responsibility to a young girl in a Dominican restaurant who saw in me a hope that one day she will be accepted too. Thank you. Hollywood likes to pride itself as a mecca for liberalism and cultural progress. But the America I see represented in Hollywood films and television has never represented the America I know. I believe the images we see affect us in greater ways than we account for. Sometimes I think, would a young white boy or girl growing up in rural America still learn negative stereotypes about Latinos or Muslims or any ethnicity for that matter if Hollywood didn't exist? For those of us who make our living in Hollywood, the images that affect our fellow humans are our responsibility. So I accept this award. I will accept this award, and in doing so, accept my responsibility to present a positive image to all those who look to me for inspiration. I will make mistakes, and I will fail you, and I will never stop trying to make this country a place where people of all races and ethnicities can feel accepted. Thank you.